They may be on the road, but the Bulls still know how to dress to impress. A look here as they come off the bus earlier today. In the game arrival sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The city of Charlotte, North Carolina is the setting for our broadcast tonight. And isn't the view magnificent? Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. And tonight, it'll be the Charlotte Hornets going up against the Chicago Bulls. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Chicago. On Friday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies. And then on Saturday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at center. And for the Hornets, Washington and Zeller are in the middle. Then it's Bridges, and there's Monk, and it's Graham in at the point guard position. And the official start of the season, Chris. Is there any opening day for you that sticks out in the many years you played the NBA?
One opening game, and I don't remember who we played, but I know it was with Allen Iverson. And AI and I had meetings before the season, and we were talking about just how much we wanted to win. We knew we were coming up on the end of our careers, and I remember never entering preseason with so much hope because I knew that he was in, I knew that I was in, and we knew that we both wanted it so bad. So I think we both scored 30 or did something crazy like that. I don't remember, but coming out with him that preseason was so special because I knew we were going to set the tone for how our team was going to play, and we were engaged that year.
So the Chicago Bulls able to put up the first points on the board. And there's the pass to Zeller. Here's Monk. Lays it up and banks it in.
Anytime Monk gets room to shoot, especially inside, he's such a crafty guard who you want to see pulling the trigger from inside.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Graham surveying the floor. Pass to Bridges. High post Zeller. Goes back up. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Levine. And Levine throws it down.
And shots like this one, it gets Levine going. I mean, he loves showing off that big boy muscle on these contact hits.
For Charlotte, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now, here's Monk. He's covered closely. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Graham. On the arc. Markkanen pulls it in.
They're struggling here early. 1 for 5 now. The D has them bottled up so far.
Levine, good.
Like the show of unselfishness from Porter, wanting to improve as a passer and hit his open teammates.
Right wing. Monk, no one around him. And the Hornets miss again. Bulls are gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Good work there as it goes. And it's 6 points for Zach LaVine.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
On for 3, and he's good on the 3-ball.
And you gotta love that 3-point stroke of Monk. I mean, he's got such a high arcing shot there. It gives it a good chance to go in from deep.
And it's the Hornets with the ball. Lauri Markkanen unable to get his last shot to go. Monk's shot's good.
Well, Jim Boylen, he won the Chicago head coaching job after his intern stint. The fans were unsure of the hire, but the front office believes in him moving forward.
Now, here's Porter. Here's Markkanen over Washington. Here's Carter, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Oh, he's just such a terrific offensive rebounder. I mean, Carter Jr. excels at using his big body to his advantage on the glass.
And stolen by White. Finished off the break.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Hornets trail by 6. And for Boylan Chris, he's been a bit demanding on his roster.
Yeah, Kevin, it's going to be tough. He's tasked with molding this young Bulls core. I mean, the front office. You just see why Levine won the dunk contest in 2016. I mean, he has endless ups.
The Hornets have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I got to talk to James Borrego a bit a few minutes ago. There are few players more gifted athletically than Zach LaVine. Coach made it clear their focus is trying to contain him offensively. Good luck with trying to keep him between the ball and the basket.
All right, thank you, David. So, a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. Rozier against LaVine. Fires from deep. Rozier missing.
When he forgets about him on the perimeter, they're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here. He's putting the hammer down. Dominant quarter for him, trying to push out that lead.
He feeds it to Harris. Ejected by Young. Outside LaVine. Over Rozier. It's Chicago with another bucket.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
There's the dish to Biombo. Kicks it to Batum. To Biombo. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
This is the kind of teammate Batum is. You like seeing him share it. And he's matured in this league. I love the way Nick Batum has done a better job of letting the game come to him. It has made him a more overall efficient type.
Strong to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, Kevin, you're right. They needed that. And I love that he just didn't settle for the lane.
There's Sutter on Steve. They get it back. Nice hit again. Young's shot is off.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of it.
Harris misses.
The D making that layup look very uncomfortable for him. Good aggressive work down low.
Here's Gafford. Second shot opportunity, and LaVine lays it in. LaVine's got 15 points.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
You gotta be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
They grab their own miss. Shot's good by Hernan Gomez.
Straight up effort gets him those points. That's what it's all about on the offensive glass.
And Young kicks to LaVine. Over Harris. And there's LaVine on the assist from Thaddeus Young. And that's now 17 points for Zach LaVine. And so it's Zach LaVine making things happen for Chicago. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Bulls team out there.
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
And so Satoransky will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Up next for them, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So for Chicago right now, Satoransky runs the point with LaVine at the 2. And it's Young, and it's Hutchinson in at the 3. Harris.
If he'd been even halfway decent today, the score would be a lot different, but he can't get anything to fall.
Shot's good by Gafford. Gafford's got his first basket.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Well, Greg, their poise has been tremendous. Excellent at both ends has them increasing this lead.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback.
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. A shot by Satoransky, no good. Hornets trail by 13.
Yeah, and the Hornets, they'll be one of the more disciplined teams you'll find in this league. I mean, they keep mistakes to a minimum on both sides of the ball. That's a big part of why the Hornets are tough to play.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hernan Gomez passes to Harris. He goes up again. And Hernan Gomez with the lay-in. Hernan Gomez has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown in the defensive glass.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. And Chris with the Hornets, as we know, their coach Borrego preaches preparation.
Well, yeah, and it shows it up in the stats, Kevin. I mean, they're the best at taking care of the ball. The team does not take silly fouls on defense.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Charlotte's had to wait a bit the last few years. Now, the city hosted the All-Star game last season. But for the Hornets, they've gone 3 seasons without a playoff appearance and 15 seasons without winning a playoff series. In that time, the franchise has had 7 head coaches and a shifting front office. Buzz City is hoping that its wait for playoff relevance will end soon. Kevin?
We all want it. David, thank you. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Carter. On the wing, Porter. To the right side. Now, here's Satoransky. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Markkanen. The shot that time, not on target. And the Hornets now going the other way. In the corner, it's Bridges. Nailed from three-point land. Bridges has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. White finds Satoransky. Outside, Porter. Passes it to White. From past the arc, a three-pointer is right on target. White's got 6 points in the quarter.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Talk about great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
And it's sent back by Carter. Here's Porter. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Carter's got 3 assists tonight. The shoe culture becoming a bigger part of the game. Signature shoes, custom shoes, collections. P.J. Tucker with over 4,000 pairs of shoes. You a collector?
I love it, and it's all because of the Jordan phenomenon, what Michael Jordan did for the game, not just with the shoe, but what he did for the game and making it be so cool in the culture. I got to give my boys in Michigan, I got to give us a little credit too with what we did there, but the shoe game has definitely become something that's just crazy out of control. I love it, but no, yeah, I'm a little bit of it.
White, wide open, he fires. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
And it's important that Markkanen develops his floor awareness. I mean, passes like they're going a long way.
Now, here's Monk. Satoransky covering. Offensive rebound. Washington. Misses in close.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here's Green. Satoransky covering. Monk kicks to Bridges. Drills it from outside. Bridges has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Hornets.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
That one drops for him.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
And the Hornets call time here.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, I like the chess match that's going on here. Each team trying to find and exploit the favorable matchup on the floor.
So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte.
And checking out the numbers for Rozier, how he performed last season. He was around 9 points per last year, 4 rebounds and 3 assists. And you like what he brings backing up the point guard.
Yeah, no doubt. He knows how to run this offense. Tremendous asset to this team coming off the bench.
Here's Biyombo. Inside. And the basket by Rozier. Rozier's got his first points of the game.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Took him no time at all on that one.
Capable of doing many things well. LaVine has a good sense of when his guys roll.
The pass to Hernan Gomez. Back to Rozier. Takes the three. And another three for Charlotte.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
The Bulls leading by 13. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Devin Harris. That is his first foul of the game. Pass to Hutchison. Here's the three. And the Bulls, another three.
This quarter expending tremendous energy at the offensive end. He's not slowing down. He's still calling for it.
Over in the corner, Batum. No one near him. Here's Hernan Gomez. Oh, and that buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
That's the way you want to end a quarter, with the momentum on your side.
And so is the Chicago Bulls with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. We've reached halftime of our first regular season game.
And swimming.
I thought you thought maybe the first half was going swimming. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet. Zach LaVine was the man in the first. He ended up with 19 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
Well, you can see the maturity in LaVine. Physically, he's gotten stronger. Mentally, for him, the game has slowed down. He's proving that he could be the #1 scoring option in this league.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Charlotte.
Way too soft in the paint defensively. We're all late on their rotation. Obviously, that's a recipe for getting cooked. You know, I like eating that barbecue chicken. They got to do better.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, bug.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Washington and Zeller are in the middle. And there's Monk, then it's Bridges, and it's Graham in at the water. So that's the lineup for Charlotte.
And Monk is an interesting player, a combo guard with fantastic scoring potential, quick on both ends of the floor. And was last season really the first full season we got to see of Malik Monk? It was given a sizable part of the rotation and showed why he was a lottery pick for this team.
Free throw drops for Monk. During most of his rookie season, Monk was relegated to the bench.
Not sure if it was development or opportunity. Hard to say for Monk. The fact is, you can see the knack for scoring he has, even if he's a bit of a volume scorer at this point.
White drives in. That's good, and it's LaVine with the assist. White's got 18 points in the game.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. On for 3, tracks in the tray. Munch got 5 points now this quarter.
His shooting has been a bright spot for them. Otherwise, they struggle as a whole.
White drops in the layup for 2.
Such a consistent night for him from the field. Whenever they've needed it, he's been their safety valve.
Pass to Monk. Chicago grabs the miss. To the inside. And then Carter with the jam.
He's in a fast break. Carter Jr. is a rim-to-rim runner. He moves well.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Here's Graham. And the 3 off target.
Now, you don't see that very often. A wide open 3 is usually like a layup for him.
Count that one.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
Oh, me too, Greg. You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this league.
On its way from Monk for 2. Gets to the corner and buries it. 15 points in the game.
How about the quickness of that release by Monk? An experienced catch-and-shoot player who feels comfortable firing from deep.
There's Porter with the 3. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Carter's got 5 assists tonight.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
Yeah, you can clearly see which offense is better right now. I mean, we'll see if that continues the rest of the way.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul goes against Chicago. The Hornets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throw.
Chris, there are guys that talk a lot of trash on the floor. You played against some legendary trash talkers. Who stands out in that area when you think back to when you played?
And I tell you what, the 2 guys that are on my mind, they definitely could talk trash with the best of all time, and that's Pat Beverly. We've seen what he does. He just keeps coming and coming and coming. And that guy, Day-Day, yeah, Draymond Green, one that plays out there in Golden State. Oh, yeah, he has a mouth on him, too. I think you heard it.
And when you played, who was the best trash talker back in your day?
By far, Larry Bird and Gary Payton. Those 2 guys would talk trash that so much that you would get entertained into their talking and be like, what are you going to say next? I'm having a good time out here. It was always in fun, but trust me, they always wanted to stick that dagger into you, too.
And you couldn't hide a smile either. They started getting you going. You could not hide a smile.
I couldn't, and that was my thing. I talked trash while I was smiling, so maybe no one else knew what I was saying but you. But those guys, yeah, they keep you laughing out there. They talk trash about you themselves after they missed the shot. They would talk themselves down or talk to a fan that was talking to them. So it was always entertaining. The best trash talkers talk to everyone, not just to their opponent.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now. Here in the 3rd. Here is good.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
All right, it's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Here's Satoransky. Got a piece of it. And here is Rozier. He has 5. Batum wide open. He fires. That 3 off the mark. For 3, Levine and the Bulls another 3.
It's no wonder why they're in front when you're taking into consideration that he's been perfect from the field so far.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take.
And a moment to see numbers for Nicholas Batum. How he did last season. Averaged about 9 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, GA, I like it because he's not overcomplicating things. I mean, he's just playing to his strengths and taking what the defense gives him. And after watching Willie Hernangomez, I mean, play a few seasons, it's clear he has skills on the offensive end. It's the rest of his game that needs a little bit around him.
Charlotte has gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. On the way, Harris. Knocked loose. And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. As you mentioned, Hernangomez is a good option, Chris, for points at the center spot, but defensively still a work in progress.
Yeah, he has the potential to be a starting center at some point. You see the flashes on defense and with rebounding, but he'll just be a spot-up player until he can be a difference maker in those areas on a nightly basis.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And it's Harris with the ball for Charlotte. Passes to Rozier. Got it. Good job in the low post. Rozier's got 7.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
So precise off the pass. I mean, this is the shot Levine continues to knock down time and time again.
There's the pass to Rozier. There's 39 seconds left to play in the third. Harris passes to Rozier. Charlotte moving the ball around. Count the basket. 10 points for him.
I mean, that's just tremendous, stupendous work from Rozier. I mean, he's just so good at zipping the ball over to his teammates.
Pass to Gafford. And he lays it straight in. Gafford's got 4 points this quarter. 19 seconds left to play in the third.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, no need to give the ball back here. You want to close this quarter with momentum.
Satoransky with it. Pass to Hutchison. Lets it go from deep. No good that time. And so it's Chicago controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back right after this. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Young, and it's Hutchinson in at the 3, the small forward. On its way from Monk for 2. But they'll get another chance.
And they get it back again. I mean, how many rebounds offensively have they had? Everything's going right for them today.
Outside, Levine over Monk. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Showing off the entire arsenal right now. Levine's so outstanding and scoring in a multitude of ways.
Rozier against White. Rozier, the pass to Hernangomez. That one falls.
And he has found the stroke, folks. Continues to knock down shot after shot. Perfection thus far.
Here's Hutchison. Young trying to break free. Second chance shot. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Yeah, and it's inexcusable. The all too common basketball one-on-one. When the shot goes up, put a body on someone.
And one of those little spark plug guys, Terry Rozier, plays the game with Greg, I think, a chip on his shoulder.
I mean, the story goes, as a kid, when his temper flared, his mother would have to sit on him until he cooled down. He He's learned to channel that fire and emotion into his game.
And that one's good by Porter.
Well, look, Porter knows how to score inside. He possesses great quickness, and he has that length also to finish in the paint.
Passes it to Monk. There's the three. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got rebound number 5 here tonight. White finds Carter, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. In the corner, it's Monk. And the Hornets miss again.
And even though he's going ice cold, he keeps shooting. I mean, it's late enough in the game for him to recognize there's a better option. A really tough night for him offensively. I mean, I wonder what the score would be if he wasn't so cold from the field.
Bridges. Monk kicks to Zeller, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Carter. And some changes here for the Hornets. Daniels is checked in for Washington. Dwayne Bacon comes in for Bridges, and Martin subbed in for Malik Monk. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Felicia's checked in for Wendell Carter. Luke Cornett comes in for Markkanen. Valentine's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. And it's done in for White.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Martin attacking, and the shot goes in.
I like that big play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Back to Dunn. Here's Cornett. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Graham, the pass to Zeller. Martin up top, guarded by Porter. To the left side wing. Here's Graham. Off target from three-point range.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
The kick out to Porter. Here's Cornett. Shot clock at 6. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. And it's off the back rim, no good.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
Chris, the NBA has flattened now the draft lottery odds. And now that you've seen it at work, seen it in play, any additional changes you might make?
Well, you know, Kev, I still a wait and see for me. I definitely like the NBA making sure they try to address the problem. You never want a team to think that they can be rewarded for losing. So I like what we've done so far, but, you know, if I'm a GM, if I'm a president, I'm always going to try to find ways to manipulate and find that, you know, those open gray areas. And so I think this is something we're always going to have to address, but I love the fact the NBA has gotten ahead of the problem.
Well, like the Clippers of a year ago, they looked like, gosh, they've lost all their superstars, but they gave it such a great go. They actually made the playoffs.
Yeah, and it started from the top. I mean, Mr.
Right.
Ballmer said, listen, we do not want to lose. We're going to go in and we're going to play hard. And I tell you what, I think that that's what rewarded them during free agency by able to go out and recruit players and say, listen, we don't lose here. We just need you to take us over the top. And I think that's a pretty good recruiting pitch.
Porter, bounce pass. Here's Felicio, and that's off the glass and in. Felicio's got his first basket of the night.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Bulls.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Zach LaVine.
No fatigue in this fella tonight. Tireless. Grinding out every possession and leading their offense.
Porter outside. Another three for Chicago.
saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Oh, Greg, that's the dagger. You can tell they wanted that one. I know that's it.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Dunn dishes to Valentine.
At the line, he holds.
And he knocks down the first one. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And the Hornets with possession here. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time.
Make a lot of plays, hood got jazz, I kept me in. Might have made a name, I get paid for stage, I keep a guitar with me. Executive babe, black president, escalating. Go against it, it gon' be a hard ending. I feel left, I hope it ain't no hard feelings. But bugger, this how I started. Get some millions, it'll make a love living. Introduce my little niece and nephew, love 20s. Me and Roddy gotta get it out the business.